Let me ask you something. If you could trade your legs for wings in the promise to fly, would you do it? Hi, I'm Doni Pauna, founder of Activating Attraction, where I teach quantum psychology and transformation. You see, it all started with last year. I I was teaching manifestation, but I felt like kind of a sham because here I was. I'd owned my own business of hairstyling for 20 years. And then I started up a second business teaching clients how to manifest their lives, how to become happy from the inside out. And don't get me wrong, I was doing wonderful. I could print, I could prune, I could make results happen. But there was something that was pulling me. There was an identity that was missing. And so instead of going and teaching everybody else, making everybody else happy, because when you become a mom and a wife and you're a hairstylist, you just adapt to pleasing other people. And I forgot about numero uno me. So what I did, I said, this time I'm throwing away everything. I am the only manifestation. I didn't want to have this dark cloud over me because even though when you see me out in public, I was sparkly, I was happy, I was alive. But at home, I wasn't. My husband and I had built up so much resentment in our heads because we both wanted to grow in a way and we stopped ourselves from the thought of what the other person might think. And we held ourselves back, and it created a lot of tension in the house. We were fighting all the time. So here I am being the manifestation coach, teaching you how to be happy from the inside out, teaching you how to get results. And I wasn't living a good home life. On top of that, I'm trying to create my business career on coaching, which I was great at, but I was scared to go on social media. My identity wasn't there yet. So this time I threw away the towels. I started to do my own self hypnosis and started creating my own activations to go in and activate these emotions within me every day. I didn't want anything on the outside anymore. I didn't care. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to change the way I felt every day. And that's exactly what I did. Now, here's the thing that people don't tell you about transformation, okay? It's not pretty, okay? The most chaotic part of your life will be this, but it's so worth it. Because what happens when you start putting this energy in your body, phase one, is you adapted in it. Phase two, the world starts rearranging itself according to the way you are now feeling. And anything that is not on this level has got to go. 1 month after doing this, my husband and I got in this big fight. Didn't seem like things were going my way, right? Oh no. But that's what happens. Things got to break away. And when this happened, there's phase two that comes. After things start break away, that's no longer on your level because this is just the way the world works. You have to be okay with letting go of the old life for your dream life that you're becoming. And you're going to go through phase two, which is the emotional detox. You are going to have memories flash back in your head. You're going to have all this repressed stuff, all that stuff that you try to stick down inside of you and held on to is going to come out. And during this process, there was a quote from Joe Dispenza that I will never forget. You're going to shine a light in a dark place. You're going to feel like you're losing your mind because you are. It's the one you wanted to lose. So now, because of I had heard this before, I kind of sort of know what I'm going through. It's like telling somebody what pregnancy is like and then you do it. It's not quite the same because Dr. Joel underplayed it a little bit. This isn't shining a light in a dark place. No, these people are just jumping up on stage in the spotlight, involuntary to you. It has to come out. It has to be processed. This is the only way transformation works. This energy that's been inside of you has to leave some way or another. But after about a month, that's what it long took for me. Then the rebuild starts, phase three. But now the old momentum of your old life, the old way you thought, the way you behaved in certain situations, that part still is rolling out as all of a sudden this new bold person comes out. The one who values themselves. The one isn't going to just bow down to let somebody else feel good anymore. That person starts coming out and let me tell you, you are going to shock yourself. The words that come out of your mouth, the things that you never thought you would say, the reactions that you never thought you would do, they come to the surface. And then you have to own it. But my God, does it feel good to get it out? And then watch what happens when it does. The things start rearranging your behavior. But then comes phase number 4. You look crazy. You're going to start making these kind of bold moves that nobody understands. You won't even understand it. All I was simply doing is doing this energy. And then my sister sent me a TikTok. I'd never been on social media. That was my scared point. But for some reason that day, I said, I'm going to do TikToks. And I started doing it. I'm still having my hair career, and all I'm doing is TikToks. And I'm doing my activations every single day. I'm getting lost in here. Screw the outside world. This is what's important to me. I want to feel this good because I learned I could do it. And then something shocked me that I was not expecting. I pulled up to work one day, and I don't know if you've ever had intuition talk to you, your spirit guides, but you know that you got to listen to it. It's never failed me before, but this threw me off because now I am separated from my husband. He hasn't lived there in 3 months. I'm not taking coaching clients over the summer because I do it from home and I've got 3 little kids. It's not very easy. So when I showed up to work this day, my intuition whispered to me very loudly, says, it's time to turn in your 60 days. It's now or never. And I said, what? Like, here I am in the car talking to myself. If everybody can see, yep, girl's going weird in here. That's what happened. It was such a shock. Now, just because it told me once doesn't mean I just up and quit my career that day. It was the next day. The next day, 2 more times. One, I was writing what I thought was going to be a bullet point, and a paragraph flowed through me. And the beginning line said, if you could trade your legs for wings and the promise of flying, would you do it? And I knew this was a message to me. So I went outside. I'm gonna put my 60 days in. And I couldn't get the words out. But I had the impulse to close my eyes and take a deep breath. And when I did, my spirit guides came through me and dissolved every fear I had and got me so excited for what's coming next because it didn't look logical. Now it's exciting. But now I got to own this decision. Do you know how hard it is to tell people that don't understand this energy world, that don't understand what you're doing, that the voices in my head told me to do it? And you got to sit there with a smile on your face and they're like, so what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. I know that I'm going to get the right thought at the right time because we have this internal Siri. We have this internal guidance system, and it comes through our thoughts and it guides us step by step. So it's not overwhelming to get where we need. So I rode this high. I rode this faith. That's what I was doing. Every day I'm doing my activations and I don't know what's coming next, but I'm going for it. That rode for about 2 months. And then there's the doubt phase, the war that comes in every bit of you that used to live through you, all this energy, all the emotions that made you, that kept you small, locked in, kept you safe and predictable, are going to come chiming in because they don't want to die. They want to live through you. And energy can only live through you. It doesn't even exist if it's only out here. It only is here. So it's going to come and it's going to scream at you. These aren't going to be the little doubts that come through the back of your head. Oh, no. They are going to come screaming like you have never heard before. And this is the point that changes your life. Because this is the battle of the old you versus the new. The one that shied away, the one that was bold, the one that didn't do it, the one that did. The one that played it safe, the one that's feeling alive for the first time. And you win it because now you got so much momentum on this other side. It's actually scarier to go back to that old person than it is to go forward without knowing what's coming. And you go through it. This is a part that happens to everybody. And then there's phase 6. You are in this space of faith where you've got your mind right because that's how this world works. You get what you think about and you get what you feel. That's the only way it can go. It is law. So when you in your mind, there's a space of faith where ideas are coming to you, new impulses, ideas that you had never even thought of before. And now they just seem like, oh my God, how did I never see that? It was there all along. And you start writing this and you start producing things that you never thought was possible because you didn't even have this idea when you started. You were just going and you're letting the world guide you step by step. And even though the outside world hasn't changed yet, because it takes a little while for the energy to catch up to the energy you're producing, because it's got to rearrange a lot of things in order to make this accomplished. You own your mind and you know that this is the only way it works. It is law. And then all of a sudden, phase 7 comes, and you're no longer trying to stay in faith. Oh no. You're living in this calm certainty, not just about one area in your life, but about every area in your life. There's no way this could turn out into my favor, because now for the first time, you own your mind. You own who you are. You are feeling the way you want to, and it's exciting. It is how you start feeling alive again instead of just living. This is all we're looking for. We want to enjoy life. We want to feel this way. And this is no longer me trying to change a mindset. This is just the way I am now. And that's what happens during quantum transformation. So I'm going to ask you again, if you could trade your legs for wings, would you do it? Would you go through the process of the uncomfortable, of the bold, of the not knowing, to get the life that you've always wanted? To say goodbye to everything that you've known? I had to say goodbye to all my clients. I had to rearrange my husband. We are back together now, by the way, and doing better than ever. I have got my whole system marked up. I have impressed myself where you can't even believe. I never knew I could do the things I did. And it was all because I finally took my mind off the outside world and I went within. I started activating these emotions every day and let the world attract it to me. Let it find me for the first time. So if you're ready, come check me out on TikTok at Activating Attraction. You'll find the activations there and you can start changing your life right now, right here today. And now you know the phases that you go through. So when you're in the crazy moments and you're looking crazy to everybody else because nobody can see it, but you're riding this feeling like you do everything else, this is what you're expecting. That is the freedom you're looking for. It always has been, and it always will. So if that's something you're into, are you ready to change your life? Ask yourself that right now. Are you ready to change your life? In 1 year from today, you could be the bold person who doesn't shy down, who doesn't be afraid, who doesn't no matter what, because that's how you come unstoppable. That's how you get the dream lives. You drive the energy from the inside out, so it is the thing that propels you forward. You're no longer making choices and trying to make yourself do something. This now becomes you. This is everything you are. And it's no longer a fight to do this. There's no longer a trying to get the mind right. Because anything you repeat, your body will learn so well for you that you become unconscious to it, which means this becomes you. This becomes your behaviors, your actions, your results, your identity, and how you walk through this world. And the freedom you were looking for is to not have anxiety about what's coming next because your mind wants to map it out. Your body is here to keep you safe, and it likes the familiar. It likes the known. It likes what it can predict. But guess what? That prediction is small. That prediction is based off of only anything else you have ever lived or experienced. But here's the thing. Your body also can't tell the difference between something you experienced and you held onto that emotion or something you created in your mind to create an emotion for you, because it'll hold on to that too. It says, I remember this. I know these results. I know where this is going. And you create life before it happens. You send out this energy to this subject, and it doesn't have any other option but to deliver that. So if the subject is finally you, and you want to become this person, you want to be the person that can laugh at things, that can be easy minded, can be calm, cool, and collected in between, then this was for you. Come check me out at TikTok, Activating Attraction, or activatingattraction.com. The activations live both places. And today, right here, right now, today, your life can start to change because it starts rearranging the moment you feel it.